So I wanted to discuss some things, right, with you guys. And I'm going to use something as an example. Okay, hold on. Let me just finish what I need to finish. Oh, I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving, etc., etc. Like, really. Hey, happy Friday. Thank you for tuning in. Please hit the like button on your way in. It helps the channel. Free way to support. Lets you know, the bots know that we are real, that our content is worthy, and that we're human, real human, all that good shit. Okay. So we're not going to get to why I started looking into something. That's just not the way this works in my realm. But so the other day I was inspired to look up someone's date of birth, Miss Knowles, we'll just call it that, right? The elder. And there is inconsistencies in the moon sign, right? So I just out of curiosity looked up September 4th, 1980. First I got Leo, then it said Gemini. But old girl, it's always reported Virgo, Sun, Scorpio, Moon. That's not true. That's just not true. It's not true. And I can't for the life of me figure out why there's so many inconsistencies with that one date, by the way. You could do this with other signs, other people, but to me, what that immediately jumped out, that is what they call birth chart manipulation. Because there's all sorts of apps, there's all sorts of services you can use, ephemerises that have been documented, all sorts of things that tell you exactly. And I do get that there's a slight difference between, Vedic and Western, but that's not what we're talking about. We are talking about a jump that cannot exist. Like, I'll give you the cusp between, let's just say, right? It should be Gemini, right? But then it moved. It was like, oh no, it's Leo. It's this. It's that. No, it's not. It's not. And it's damn sure not Scorpio. And so I think it's very interesting why there will be so many inconsistencies pertaining to the moon sign. Because, people like to play with moon magic and different things. So what do you guys think? Why would there be on the web, right, so many inconsistencies about the moon sign of a specific date? Now, it was in transition, like moon signs change in the course of a day. At the same time, we talk about people who use spiritual tools, right? Glamour and magic and different things. This is the shit we're talking about, guys. It'd be right in your face, right? Because who would think to go and check such a thing? Me. And that's okay, because that's what I'm here for, to do the little, that's not the only thing, but to look into stuff like that. It just never sat right. So I wonder whose chart they're manipulating. I wonder whose natal chart they're utilizing. Isn't that funny? Or why it was so important to change it, because there's a continuity of shared energies. And anyway, that's above my pay grade. But I do think it's interesting, folks. Check it. Don't believe what you hear. Do your own research. Because I was like, that's not right. And so I wonder how many others, and I don't need the time of birth, right? Not to calculate the moon. No, not really. For houses, yeah, sure. Not the moon. That is going to be that no matter what and who, right? You can always calculate that. But definitely, it will, look, somebody wanted a placement that was much luckier, if you will, right? Something that would have put them in the trajectory of true fame and fortune. Okay, look. Moon magic. Isn't that funny? Well, y'all beat y'all ops, right? Look, I'm gonna switch subjects for a second, but y'all beat y'all ops. I see it as I'm shuffling and stuff. They thought they was capable, huh? Yo, they're funny. The sound bite is vulgar, so I can't really use it right now. But yeah, they was throwing stuff at you and you alchemize it. Like, just because you didn't say doesn't mean you didn't acknowledge and stand your ground, defend yourself. And you standing in this beautiful strength energy. Love that. There's towers that have fallen for the people who thought they were so bold to betray you in your face. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You stood your ground. You beat them. You definitely beat them. A whole organization. Take that as it resonates. But I see. Congratulations. Hey, love. How are y'all? I needed some time to recharge my batteries. Ooh, look, I'm just here to confirm, right? You don't talk to these people, you don't deal with these people, but let me tell you something. They have received their due. Your intuition already told you this. But the energies, right? You should feel it energetically. You should feel the difference. Is it St. Nicholas Day? Hold on. It's been a minute since I done pulled this one out. Let me wait. Because people be extra trying to glimmer little, notions. I believe you. I just want to look. That's a daggone shame. Oh, it's so pretty. Sorry. I love art done in the Russian icon, sort of the Byzantine style. Love that. Okay. I see St. Nicholas for Saturday here, but it says first Friday. Oh, yesterday was St. John of Damascus. Don't mind me. Oh shit. Hey, for all of you who work with Our Lady of Guadalupe, next Friday on the 12th is her feast day, baby. Anyway. Okay. That's awesome. All right. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Protect me, the channel, and those who are viewing. I appreciate it. Allow me to offer clear, concise, accurate, and truthful above all things. I rebuke the devil and all his minions. I feel like that's what it was. Like, y'all was tried by the man himself. We did see strength, right? We saw strength from the beginning. But you did. You beat the devil and his minions. Yo, it's a beautiful day. I love the fool. Oh, that's one thing I do miss about parochial school, all the feast days. No, for real. Chariot, 3 of Cups. Right. We are in a vibration and a timeline of joy and celebration. I love that. Look. Ooh, look. Empress and the Sun. Look at that. Wow. Things are balancing out. Life's good. Energy's good. Renewed. Oh, yeah. After, look. Look at this. Look at this. Give me a second. Ooh, majors. Interesting. So, guys. So, guys. This is like I'm getting a couple different messages. So, on the one hand, we all have masculine feminine energies, right? We are the feminine aspect of the self is being handed back the reins, right? The masculine principle within has done its job, right? It's taken on the burden, the responsibility, just the arduousness of life, the recuperation of power and energy. And it's been transmuted, alchemized. And now that everything is back where it should be, now because the masculine represents light energy, feminine represents dark energy, it's being placed back. Like I'm getting full calibration of the yin and the yang within. Even the way the masculine is handing this cup full of like the flowers are fresh, they're blossoming, they're blooming, and handing it back to the feminine. It's like, okay, now it's ready for you. Now, I love this. This feels really good. And for others of you, this is someone I want to say you had a family with this person. I'm not really getting formality in marriage, although for some of you, sure. But I feel like you guys could share a son. And this person really tried to make the masculine energy, tried to make your life very hard, very stressful, all of these things. But now, for whatever reason, I feel like this person has gone through a type of ego death. And the reflection, it's harder than you make it appear. But I don't see regret, but the 5 of Cups comes before the 6. And so in that reflection, it's like this masculine is about to give someone their flowers. Okay. And so if you've been being both the mom and the dad in, you know, your child's life, like, look, Page of Swords, and there, see, this person was doing things to try to control you. This even comes down to resources. Like this person is like, oh, we ain't together, I'm gonna make you struggle type shit. Like this person wanted to make you codependent onto them. But that didn't happen. And this someone's been watching you struggle, because the 4 of Pentacles, even though it could be very prosperous at times, it's more so scarcity and miserliness. You know what I mean? Like need to save, need to do this, all of these weird energies. But yeah, they watch and it didn't happen. You maintain this Empress Sun energy. Yeah, look, they tried to stagnate your will, right? Because you put things to an end and they didn't want you to progress without them. And this person was like actively trying to find ways to hold you back, stagnate you, to keep you still. And honestly, that just didn't work. This person thought if they did all these things, you would come back to them, and you did not. You did not. Ace of Swords. That is the truth, okay? And all it did was really drive your momentum forward. And any, like, this person's energy is very reckless. You might consider them foolish. But I also see this is a spiritual energy on this person. Like they racked up a lot of entities also. Yeah, their vessel's not pure. It's not clean. Because of precarious escapades. When people do things to spite another person, this is what happens. You were very much protected and shielded from this person. Knight of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, okay? Because they were definitely attacking you because you left them behind. And they were sending these spiritual energies toward you. Somebody really thought you was going to come back towards them, and you did not. Divine freed you, and that's just all it is. This person did not appreciate you when they had you. You know, cliche, cliche, cliche. Grand rising. I love that too. Right. Listen, maybe you wanted a higher form of commitment with this individual, right? Yeah, we're already like, I'm getting the term playing house. You were already playing house, but there was no formality to it. You definitely were looking for something. It's beyond long term. Because people going to leave no matter what if that's what they're inclined to do. But this person, for whatever reason, they believe they had you in a codependent state, Five of Pentacles, like quite literally. And they thought you wouldn't choose anybody else for whatever reason. But you did. It might have taken you some time, but you did. They really thought they was going to lay you to rest in some capacity, because how dare you? No, how dare you? And this is what I'm going to call a karmic twin flame situation. Yes, this was a romantic cycle, but it was meant to teach lessons. This was never going to go the distance. You were here to bring an end to somebody's ego, because they had never felt rejected. Four of Cups, lovers. Like I said, not all twin flames are meant to be happily ever after. Most of them are just not described that way. It's to bring about balance within the individuals, to see the work they need to do, the reconnection to the whole self, not looking for fulfillment and or satisfaction in others, because what you are is what you attract. And so this is probably the worst relationship somebody had. And I don't mean like abusive or anything like that. No, I mean, this was hot, heavy, had all the, the footnotes of something being spectacular. But it was designed by the cosmic forces to have this soulmate come towards you to activate the self. And so whatever the deception was, the lying, the cheating, the trickery, it was there. It was absolutely there. That's what it was designed to do. To help you fight and strive for what it is you truly want in a high vibrational relationship. That is both the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. You want something that you can build upon instead of something that's based off of lust. You don't want someone hiding or afraid of investing and planting seeds. No, no, no. You don't want accidents. You want plan. You want your wish fulfillment. You want to be in alignment with your highest and greatest good, aka your healed destiny. Okay, there you go. Ace of Swords. There's the Four of Wands. So I'm excited, because for some of you, this individual, I feel like they're going to come try you again. Okay, yes, all the retrogrades are over. Hallelujah. Yes. Listen, I fully encourage everyone to enjoy the month of December. The transits are mwah, chef's kiss. All the weird shit is over. Enjoy it. Have some fun. Kick your feet up. Be amongst people if you're guided to do so. It's beautiful energy. It really, really is. It is. I often describe Sag energy as the most grounded balance of the fire signs, because the centaur has feet, right? And so all that fiery energy has direction. You can actually go towards something. You know what I mean? It's just not fire fizzling and burning or looking to offload that energy onto another person, like Aries energy can be at time, them being air quotes god of war. So understand, I don't want to go through them, but for those of you should check your placements. It'll be great. You'll have a good time. Get outside. Yeah. But this person, they've experienced some sort of heartache themselves. But yeah, for whatever reason, they're reflecting, reminiscing. Okay. Curious about you. Some will come towards you. Others will just be blocked from your energy, because that's really what I'm getting. They have nothing to offer you. They really don't. They're in the same energy that they were in the last time you encountered them, but you're not. And that's the important part, collective. You are balanced. Love that. Not trapped in fear, not looking to be rescued, whole, balance. Whatever you needed to prove to yourselves, I feel like that has been accomplished. All right. What other messages do you have for the collective? Cool. Brand new beginnings. Love it. Okay. After a period of stress, worry, exhaustion even, burning the candle at both ends. All right. We always know these things are tests. They're very rarely external energies, although people are utilized in this realm. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. You're in the right frequency, babes. That is the right frequency. Yes. Look how balanced. I said everything was balancing out. Whatever the trials and the tribulations were, you're through it. You're through the gauntlet. No more worry, no more stress. I feel like that was the test. Wow. Interesting. To me, this is an exercise of free will, the way the lovers fell on top of the Nine of Swords. Although I do feel like y'all, there's a certain season, a certain shift, a certain timeline adjustment that you've entered into. And I do feel like it was in a lot of ways it was attempted to slow down or have it not. But see, you won. This is that. Ooh. Everything is right. Choices and decisions. See, here's the thing. You can worry, you can stress, you can fret. No. You can realize that everything has a phase, a time, a cycle. Right. No matter how much stress you're under, how much you're freaking out, it doesn't matter. This too shall pass. Whatever choice you made, it was the right choice. If you stayed in this Empress energy, that was the right choice, because you had it coming from all directions. Like, there was an energetic bombardment. There was a mental attack that was happening. There was also this frequency thing, again, being pulled out of your timeline. It's something about the mermaid. I'm not actually getting mermaid. I'm getting siren energy. It's like someone was trying to latch on to pull, to grab. Yes. See, look. Queen of Wands, Four of Pentacles. Somebody was definitely trying to latch onto your energy as you were going through this part of this ascension, the Merkaba. Now I'm talking to those. I'm not going to run through all the synchronistic numbers. You know what you were seeing. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Look, when you get tested by God, you know this. There is no maybe, no, because none of it makes sense, right? It's coming from all directions. It is like, okay, just wait. And this here, right? Open, receptive, introspective. Like a high degree of logic was used with this. Woo! Again, you tapping into that masculine energy. That fusion, that yin and yang, for those of you who are new here, that elevates you into this Hierophant energy. And in order to gain higher enlightenment, higher wisdom, you're going to go through some stuff. You're going to go through some stuff. Oh, yeah. Oh, look. Your ships are coming in. But you knew that. It's all part of that. Please, at the precipice. This is giving me the type of training that is required to become a judge or something. Like it really is given that with Justice and the Hierophant. Like, oh, you know how rational you have to be. You know how empathetic, but also solid in perception to sit on that level of a throne as an authority figure. I also feel like your sense of right and wrong was challenged because so much had happened. Like, you were supposed to break, you were supposed to crumble, you were supposed to succumb to it. You were not supposed to grab onto your faith the way you did, your higher enlightenment. You weren't supposed to seek source the way you did. You weren't supposed to cling to universal truths, precepts, and principles the way you did. But you did. But you did. But you did. They was like, nah, we gonna get you to walk away. They wanted you to walk away from the soul contract you had with the divine, not nothing earthly. We all have missions. They just knew they was going to be able to manipulate you off your path by the constant prodding and poking and the challenging. All it did was make you more ambitious. I mean, that's the best upgrade from Magician, Knight of Swords. You're like, no, that's child's play. I'm jumping in this chariot. Confirmation. Look at that. You're a guru now. I don't know if you wanted that title, but you are. You have made it through the 12, what was it? The 12 tests of Hercules. How many tests did he go through? A lot. A lot. The labors. How many labors does Hercules have? I'm sorry, that number seems significant. 12. Oh, it was! Bruh, you know, each one of those labors, technically, we're talking about the 12 dolls of the zodiac, right? The golden fleece, Aries. Come on, man, stay with me. He ended up, didn't he kill his wife and his kids, like in a delusion or something like that? Please. $12. Yeah, 12. Mm-hmm. But each one of those labors, each one of those trials is, think about it. Like, we talk about Christ consciousness a lot, right? Think about it this way. You're in the middle, right? You're the 13th man or a woman, right? Right here in the middle. The cosmic force. You got the sun, the moon, the stars all in the middle. And you got this shit going on around you. Each one of those labors lines up to the lowest aspects of each sign. Okay? Right. I'm just throwing that out there. Think about it. Then he had the centaur, like the half man, half bull. He had to go in the maze. Again, each one of those labors are the lower aspects of the 12 signs of the zodiac. So it's really making me feel like you got your wings. You got your wings. Absolutely. But learning this, I like how you said that. Learning the soul isn't just about learning the light aspects. Everybody wants to feel good about themselves. But let me tell you how much better it is for you to know the worst aspects of yourself. It'll save you from making those choices. Reflection is real. A lot of people like to get up on their little pulpit and look down. What is it? Stand high, look low. No, no, no. You don't know what you're capable of until you're put in that position. That's the point. We all ain't sunshine, gumdrops, and rainbows. Nah, some of us is actually quite beastly. Quite beastly. But you know what? It's required. Some things in life require you to dig into that bag. We are both light and dark. You cannot walk around thinking that you are just the bee's knees. You're not. You're not. He's like, I wouldn't kill anything. How many bugs have you killed? And I know it seems juvenile, but it's not. Most people, when you look at it that way, of all the little creatures you dispatched and, gotten rid of, mass murder is what that comes down to. So don't tell me what life is valued more or less. Life is life. Creation, breath of God, divine plan. So don't discount the treacherousness or the treachery that we've all dibbled and dabbled in. You must acknowledge your shadow. Like, I think often with Peter Pan, that shit is overlooked. If you're not careful, your shadow will run away with you, run away from you, get you in all sorts of trouble. How do you think he got on the little island with the Lost Boys? Just saying. Think, dig deep. So now that you're through it, right? And you've the keys. You've attained the keys. Look. Not everybody. You were open to receive it. That's the difference. One, look at this. Oof. Hold on. Can I? Oh. Right? Look at the hands. Look how one is kind of like pointing, right? But the thumb is closed. The other is reaching, right? Open, receptive, willing. Exactly. That's honestly, that's why I tell people you have to let your shadow out to play in a healthy way. If you suppress, it's going to get away from you. And it doesn't have to be the most nefarious things. I mean, think about it. And I'm not an addiction counselor or anything like that. I'm just going to use, how do I want to find a healthier comparison? No, I don't need to give you examples of how your shadows come out to play. All I'm saying is that you need to acknowledge it. And that way you know how to transmute it, if you will, to stay in the context of the spiritual vocabulary. I love saying that we are just old versions of our 14-year-old selves, and it's for good reason. Because look at all the weirdos on the planet who are going after young people and this, that, and the third. Why? Because they never matured. They're like arrestedly developed. They're just stuck in time with no healthy outlet. And that's not an excuse. That's just showing you the imbalances that grow within. There is a magician that is crying over spilled milk because they did something and it didn't work out. They tried to abracadabra your ass to try to step into your energy, to try to get a beat on you so they could take a golden opportunity from you. But the divine said, I think not. That's not your cup. Three's a crowd. Oh, this is an op energy, by the way. Whoever that is, because your angels had to step in. I done seen Gabriel and Michael real quick. So careful. And then look. All of them just showed up. So there was somebody who entered your life or who will enter your life. I saw regret, so this makes me feel past tense. Like, now they sitting somewhere under a coconut tree thinking about their actions and choices because their ass got left in the dust. They could have been with you, enjoying the high life with you. But that's not what they did. And so this person is experiencing massive endings, and they know why. They thought they were stronger than you. They thought they could outmaneuver you, spiritually speaking. And I didn't see no angel showing up for them. Not one. Not one. They know now. They'll never admit it, but they know now. They clear as a bell why they shit is all fucked up. Yeah. They thought they were so smart. Yeah, okay. Now look at them. Now look at them. Can't even tell nobody what they going through because they're a scoundrel, a scallywag, a scumbag. All because they was all up in your energy trying to utilize your juice to manifest what they want. And they thought they had come up with the right plan and they was just waiting, biding their time. And look, Judgment Angel said, I think the fuck not. Came in and said, no, baby girl, that's yours. They was like, but I want it. And them scales is like, all right, I'm going to drop this right on your head. Talk about, I want their destiny. I know what to do with it. No, you don't. Ace of Swords. Ace of Cups. Ace of Wands. Strength. Like I said, they thought they was going to sneak in, take. And look at them. And I think not. You got the warning signs and you adhered, you listened. Not to be funny, but whoever they were interacting with in a spiritual sense to try to get into your energetic field, I feel like they were working with a high priestess. Look, there's the other ace, right? Sexually speaking, doing some sort of sex magic, tantric sex, something like that, to gain some sort of access to your energy vis-a-vis climax. In the orgasmic state, right? Trying to, if you understand Tantra, you know what I'm talking about. To open some sort of portal where they could just step through and pilfer your aces. I think not. Now they stuck in the loop, the loop, the loop, the loop. I see who they try. The top hat man. Who the top? Oh, Jesus. Is that Baron? He's the gatekeeper, right? Right. That was a no. See, the Baron, see the hat? See the hat? Top hat. Had told them they know who you are. They're clear on who you are. That's a no. Some people just can't be sacrificed, babe. They ain't accept that. So they got more people to come together. People who felt like you did something to them. People you walked away from. People who feel like you left them in a lurch. You didn't. Primarily your family. Because you stopped helping them, stopped rescuing them. Look, got a whole bunch of people. Look, Ten of Pentacles, Devil. Got a whole bunch of people. Try to do this work on you. Try to get you stuck. Listen, it's okay. And one of these bras is pregnant. You're going to have a demon baby. I'm just delivering a message because that's the shit she was playing in. And so it's really giving the omen, you know, where the baby was all deformed and weird shit like that. Yep, demon baby. Yep. You saw strength early, right? It's okay. They can't even tell nobody what they did. I feel like somebody's seeing shit too, by the way. I'm just hallucinations. Them dreams are scaring them. And their little monitoring energies have all been laid to rest. These are people who were sacrificing birds of some variety. That looks like a dove. If you were, yeah, you definitely you made offerings, and they were all rejected, huh? You look, that's the river Styx for somebody. I don't know what to tell you. I don't. Like, this are the results of you playing in shit that you shouldn't be. The river Styx for you, huh? I hope you have the fair. Okay? You better get your coins. You better get your coins, because you're going to need them. There's a toll. There's an absolute toll. Wow. Composer. Oh, okay. So this is the mastermind. Look. No abundance for you. No joy for you. No fulfillment. No emotional satisfaction. You get to no new beginnings. Period. Y'all all get to go back to hell where you came from, you spawn. No, seriously. They were unable. Everything they tried to siphon is being pulled back to its rightful owner. I'm not kidding. Judgment. Judgment is upon these people, and this ringleader in particular. Listen, you can try to make nice. There's no point. Because whoever this is, they know exactly who you are, how you operate, that you're not a real supporter, that you're a foe. Wow. For some of you, you have successfully reached the finish line when it comes to dealing with this weirdo. Like, straight up weirdo. This person's words are in essence causing their pain. It's the hand. It's like the things that they said, the things they put into motion is actually causing the wounding. I don't, for some, this person, they might cut themselves. Please get help. If that's some shit you engage in, please get help. Like, this person plays with knives, they have a knife at something like that. Oh, that's oh, that's really deep. This individual, it's there's power in the pain they experience for them. Please don't do that to yourself. Please don't do that to yourself. Oh my God, I want out of that energy. Self-harm, I don't understand it. Like, I can't comprehend it. So I just want you to go talk to somebody, check yourself in somewhere, call the number. But some of that shit's just practice, things they learned in these occult studies on how to get things to happen as part of their petition. This is somebody, they're giving me like, oh man, it's sick shit. But they write things in blood, not like mock blood, like the dragon's blood. No. This person does this. I'm sorry. Look. Not every sacrifice, so to speak, every offering is a life. Sometimes life force. The life force is in the blood, okay? Understand this. Y'all don't remember from Pirates of the Caribbean where they needed, and they thought the girl thought she was gonna die, but she didn't, and they just pricked her fingers, like, waste not, want not. Right. That's dark. That's really, really dark. This is how somebody built their wealth, by the way, by doing shit like that. They literally, they're giving me the impression that this is why their empire, because I keep seeing the emperor, is coming to an end. This is why they're suffering losses. I don't know if they're no longer able to do these things. Like, but all the ways in which they were taught to manifest, to acquire energy, sustainable enough to materialize the wealth that they want. I don't feel like that's an option for them. There feels to be restriction. Yeah. Or outright rejection. Every time somebody goes to the crossroads, right? It's a no. Too many violations of spiritual law. Okay. All right, let's put those down. Whew. That's a ooh. Oh, and I don't necessarily so I mean it can be root chakra, but it's usually the lower three chakras that are being targeted as a whole. Sacral sexual energy comes from the sacral chakra itself, the womb, and so they like to attach themselves to the center of life. Now, this can happen for both men and women, although men have a metaphorical womb point at their sacral chakra, but you can actually feel the energy vortex. But the best way, from what I have learned, to impact and attach cords to a man's sacral chakra is through access of the root chakra. That's where all this weird anal energy comes from anymore. Listen, if that's your twist, please don't comment here. That's your business. We don't need to know that. But from a violation of the body and a spiritual law, that's what we're talking about. I want you to think about something like when you have an upset stomach, and I'm talking about when you feel nauseous, right? Your mouth is put to put food in, right? You eat, it provides a way, it's a whole process, like it's not by accident. God forbid you get an upset stomach and you're nauseous and everything comes out of you. That is a very painful experience. There's nothing comfortable about vomiting. The body's rejection of something. It causes upset, like the acids come up, the esophagus gets burned. There's all these things that go on. Your tongue feels raw. You got to brush your teeth, all that weird shit, the enamel stripped off your teeth. Just, it's not a natural process. So think about that a few feet down on your body. And when you utilize something that's not meant for that, the haywire, the destruction, the scrambling of the nervous system that goes on. There's a reason, there's a flow. The same way the body has polarity, there's a flow, there's a circulatory response. The heart is a singular sheet of muscle that's folded onto itself into a vortex. There are points, and like, you understand? Don't violate your body in such a way. And the easiest way of attaching cords to a man is to violate him through his anal sphincter. It can be done both ways to a woman, hence why using a woman's energetic fields are stronger, because the violation can happen in multiple fucking ways. The attachment, the cords, the way of which they connect to your chakras can happen in multiple ways. That's why we're a better power source. So be careful, be mindful of all the little freaky shit that you're doing with people. I can't tell you, like I done put myself on the shelf for peace of mind purposes. Like, the more you know, the more you sit still. It's amazing. Don't do that. People are sick. They really, really are. Yeah, I don't know about you, but that shit don't make you feel special. You ever look at somebody, they doing something real fucking freaky to you, and you think you want to feel special, and then the voice in the back of your head go, I wonder how many people they did that with. Gross. Look, clear as a bell. Clear as a fucking bell. It's just mixing it up. Don't do that. Look, God has removed and separated and elevated so many for a great reason. To remove you from all the people who was trying to fill up their cup from you. There we go. I love to see this motherfucker run scared. I do. I really do. Right. That's how they were manifesting. You the one with the glow. You the one with the sauce. With the secret formula. Look. Thinking you don't know because you naive. You ain't naive shit. Trying to sell you wolf tickets. Trying to utilize all your beautiful, abundant, godly energy before you wake up to who you are, what you are, and they can manipulate that shit. You know what I mean? Witches and warlocks is out here taught to be such with no formal training. Yeah, you were driven away, in essence, male and females alike, to put an end to this shit. And so I am just so excited to be able to like tap in and see how many men are finally valuing their bodies. Society can be wrong and often is. Just because someone says that's how you're supposed to do, they don't want you to question it because then you're going to question them. And they want to do what they do unchallenged. And so it's much easier to try to corrupt and create bogus lines of, oh, no, it's bogus. It is what it is. And at this point in the game, we are dealing with the enlightened, the unenlightened, and then those who claim not to know, which is big different. Those are the manipulators, the dark practitioners. People trying to convince you to sacrifice what you came to do. Your personal contract with the divine, please. Trying to get you to violate the sanctity of so many things, but primarily relationships, your marital beds, bringing in all that low vibrational demonic energy. Please stop opening the doors. Trying to stop you in your tracks. It's okay. It's okay. Judgment. Oh, that's a star. Gotta use some Sharpies or something on the back of these. Ace of Swords. It is a blessing that you listen to the call. Remember, many are called, few are chosen. Self-love is the greatest love. And I'm not talking about physical abuse of oneself in a sexual nature. I mean, value, tax onto your value. It's beautiful. Look, the Ace of Wands is everywhere. Everywhere. You're like, wow. The energy. Use this energy creatively, okay? A lot of inspiration, a lot of potency. I would actually use the momentum, right? To formulate a plan, an idea, jot it down, get it going. There's a lot of inspiration here. Wow. For those of you, I feel like for many, I don't know when it took place, but you were divinely inspired to sacrifice a relationship. You were. That wasn't the right person for you. I love how this comes out because this is the Emperor in this Ace of Wands in this deck. Okay, he's got the world, he's got his staff, he's got his crown, he's got his beautiful purple majestic robes. Right. And here we have the Lovers. And in the Lovers, we have a young, we'll say, emperor before he's crowned, right? And what you believe is right for you at one stage of life is not what's right for you at a different stage of life. Okay? You're going to be so grateful that you didn't make any hasty choice, that you actually were able to reflect, contemplate, and for some of you, release yourself from unnecessary sacrifice. But you chose the right thing, by the way. You did. It was on you to do it because you have free will. And even though there's a lot of divine inspiration to put you on your right path, only you could have done that. Wow. You'd have been so bored. Oh God, I hate to say that. But whoever that was, they did not match your energy, babe. They didn't. They did not match you. Look at this shit. 10 of Swords. Not to mention the person, like you would have been bored, but I also feel like you would have always felt like something was missing. Something was lacking. That this person that you chose was from a wounded child's position. You hadn't yet gone through the healing. Huh. They were just there to teach you lessons. I'm hearing fruit of the rotten tree. It's like there's a masculine energy here that has looked at their core being. They looked at what was gestating in them. Because we all start as children, we all start as seeds, sprouts, if you will. But we grow, we form, we develop. But it's the reflection of what was grown, what was developed. It's weird because some folks are really taught some very distorted things pertaining to relationships. You don't have to sacrifice love for power. You don't have to sacrifice power for knowledge. Like these things are attainable together. There's a reason why there's four aces, right? The the coming together of the four aspects of self. Until you do that, each one of these cups represents one of the aspects of self. Once you put all the cubes back together, you form a solid square, a proper foundation, a proper base. You start to come out of the limiting structure. Like, you really put the work in. Justice. Beautiful. You've earned this next leg of life. And no, I'm not talking to people who just got on this. No, you ain't new to this. You true to this. This has been going on at least the last 7, 8 years. Straight up. And you were being taunted. Absolutely taunted. Boy, relax. This is one of probably the prettiest, most detailed books. And I don't think I've ever even cracked this, John, just to be honest. Independent women. I don't know. It just came out of nowhere. Okay. I just want to see what this says. It says the card of the Ten of Swords portrays the goddess Athene. It's Athena, but it's Athene. Standing calmly and holding in her left hand an upright sword. To her right, crouched the three furies. Their menace contained behind a line of 9 swords. To the left is Osiris, lies unconscious on the ground, nearly spent. The black sky over the mountains gradually gives way to a rising sun, just visible on the horizon. The Furies. That's who you were being taunted by. That's why I was getting siren energy before. Like, you see the 9 of Swords? There's a 10 of Swords. Like, being taunted by things unseen. Now, what I think is funny is that the last time I had this deck out, the Justice card was saying Minerva. And I'm like, what? But that might be Athena there too. But the energy that was visiting so what are you, 8 in this? Yeah. Okay, interesting. So that was anyway, for those of you who were there that day when I did that live, yes, that was the energy of Minerva with the owl and everything else. But in this deck, Athena. All right, all of these are relevant because they're here. Oh my man. That's really neat. Choices, choices, choices. I thought so. Hera, Aphrodite, and Athena all represented here. Right? And so for a masculine, what you want and what you need are very different things. And I feel like with time, it has become abundantly clear, crystal, even if you will, on that need outweighs want. There's a reason why Hera is Zeus's companion. And even though he might cheat, all right, with all sorts of mortals, if you will, you know, he changes himself into different figures. I forget which one got impregnated by a goose. Anyway, that might have been Hercules' mama. I forget. Greek mythology is it's weird and twisted. Anyway, this is the essence of someone who has put a lot of, again, work into themselves, healing into themselves, not being tormented by things unseen. But this is also making me feel like with the three swords and the three different batches, that is the results of past actions. You can't run around hurting people, doing weird shit to people, and expect not for for karma not to come and tap you on your shoulder, right? Things that you do in your youth and your ignorance, you know, when you're bored and, you know, you're looking for some fun and passion and, you know, there's a reason why it's so funny. Never mind. I'm not going to speak from a man's perspective because I'm not. But I've heard some adages. Yeah, somebody is recognizing that they want the person in their life that makes them better, the one who makes them, you know, face their demons, if you will, the one who pushes back against them. It's not war, but they're not just going to tolerate the bullshit. You're not just going to be able to walk all over somebody. Right. They want their actual equal, the one God wants for them, the one that's in alignment. There is a masculine who is leaving behind all the karmic energies, all the furies in their lives, all these, you know, rah rah, turned up, immature, feminine energies that, you know, their go-to when, you know, things are too calm, too chill, too mellow is to turn up, is to create chaos, is to create a storm, is to create situations that worry them and da 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 da. This person is also reflecting on the fact that all of these females in their life actually do bring worry to them, stress to them. There's no joy, there's no peace, there's no sense of home. Yes, they draw power from these women, but they don't make them better. Just because they make them feel something, it doesn't mean it's the right something. Hopefully oh, oh, we got a dust. I don't know about you guys, but if you have like a surplus of tarot cards and stuff like that, do you notice like the spiritual energy and how fast that stuff gets dusty? Like my altars, my cards, it's really interesting because like me and the vacuum are friends. But they be around, boy. No, it's really spiritual energy, high priestess temperance. They be letting you know. This masculine energy here is also reflecting on the time that they have spent exhausting themselves for what? Depleting themselves for what? What do they really have to show for it? Wow. This is neat. There is a masculine who is really like, I want to. The crab here is like, they have not only, I don't believe in change, they have grown. In order for a crab to get bigger, they have to molt. They have to literally lose the exoskeleton. And then they got to go somewhere and sit down until they shell harden up, till it's concrete, till the new self is fully formed. This King of Cups is in this process. The transition in tarot, from my recollection, cups to swords. And so that's right on the money. But because we're talking about, I really feel like I'm talking to a dude. So you're ruled by your logic and reasoning. So I don't need to see a feminine major out here, or even a court card, because we have justice, which implies both hemispheres, both polarities. This masculine, it feels like they have gone through a dark night. And as I say that, I cut the duck, blah, blah, blah. The deck to the devil, excuse me. Right. It's like they've definitely been reflecting on all the time spent investing in low vibrational activities. Devil to the Seven of Pentacles, Three of Cups. Right. And what do they really have to show for it? It's like their inner child is like, man up. This is the tough conversation that's going on internally with someone. This is what's required. This feels like the type of enlightenment that someone fights. Look how he's everything's flipped upside down. Purple should not be on the ground. It should be at the crown, just thinking about chakras, right? The lower vortexes, the lower energies are too high, meaning the carnality was placed above their divinity. Look, here, right where it should be. But this being between two worlds. Here he's got one shoe on, one shoe off, one foot in, one foot out. This is some sort of existential crisis that someone is having, where their position in a spiritual sense is being called into question. Because this feminine energy has been patient. Seven of Pentacles, Empress. Either step up or step off. Piss or get off the pot, so to speak. Because this is a real, oh wow. You're being free, Empress energy, from this individual, because you are due a proper relationship. You are due a proper, not a spiritual spouse. And I don't mean that like the weird parasitic connections that people form. No, I mean like the fifth dimensional connection between you and your kingdom spouse, that, you know, when you meet that person, you're like, oh my God, I know that's my person. Right. That shit. It has to disseminate, as above, so below. We have hit the critical timer for it to materialize below. Because they're going to send you in somebody new. This person is holding on, but they haven't finished the transformation. They're about to get cut. Like, I know what I'm talking about. You keep fighting what's in your best interest. They keep dangling this, you know, trying to get you to step into your North Node, so to speak, your purpose, your path, not necessarily the North Node. I know we use that incorrectly. I'm not an astrologer and I heard it. Anyway, thank you for the correction. Either way, they keep trying to get you to step into, for some, this is just the first leg of the labors. Because again, the golden fleece is literally being dangled. Feminine energy, you've already gone through this. This masculine, they keep like, hey, and they keep trying to burn away those people who hold on to them so they can progress. They can get on this path. So they can catch up to this feminine. So there could be a lot of mental energy for somebody. I know we had the full moon in Gemini. In Gemini, if you've had trouble sleeping, you know what I mean? It really is. It was the full moon in Gemini. Like that Mercury energy is nothing to play with. A lot of random thoughts, things that are just surfacing out of nowhere. For some, it was the shadowy energy. You know, all the things you regret, all the opportunities you missed. That was, oh. So somebody I know actually told me they had a dream, and this is how I know this is in alignment with the transits. It was pretty much like the ghost of Christmas past, where they had like a review of the shit that went, and it really had them spinning. Like, I don't think they've quite recovered yet, but it ain't my business. Just saying. So if you were experiencing something like that, it really was the lunar energy. Like they were illuminating the things that need to go, the things that need to change in order to get you where you want to be. Yes, your future looks beautiful, bright. Yes. But how do you get out of your own way? This full moon in Gemini seems to have helped people internalize instead of blaming external factors. There's nothing in your way but you. A lot of excuses, not a lot of solutions. That moon was definitely there to help you problem solve, brainstorm, find solutions, combat your shadow. Talk to that motherfucker. Be like, yo, what are you doing over there? Magician. Mercury. What do you want to create? Showing you that you have the tools, you have the skills, you have the capability to manifest what it is that you want. Now, do you understand how it didn't happen? Now we can get to how it can happen. Just saying. Better become the Rosie Riveter in your own life. All right. Huge lessons. Beautiful. Ah. Wow. Some of you are looking at changing your careers. Some of you have just been like trying to figure out how do you revamp, revive what it is that you do. All of those things should have been coming towards you too. Oh. 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 I don't want to talk about that. Let's put those down for a second. Ooh, that look like somebody got a whole ass painful ass in there. All right, where are we at? 78 minutes. All right, let's pull up new deck. Give me 1 second, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh, complete sidebar, right? Random ass question. I could look up a recipe, but I want to know if somebody has like a family recipe for like a good goulash. I know, but it is that time of year, soups and stews, and I got to hankering. It came out of nowhere. I've only had goulash a couple times in my life. The shit's delicious, and it's usually prepared for me, but I am in the mood to make it. And so if you have one, by all means, please email me or put it on the community board, something. I appreciate you. All right, Holy Spirit, thank you so much. What other messages do you have for the Divine Collective? And of course, we rebuke the devil and all his minions. Not 1 times, not 2 times, 10 times. Wow. We are in boss energy. The Emperor just keeps coming out and coming out and coming out. I'm digging it. All right. Why is the Emperor here? Ooh. Ugh. They could be experiencing a painful ending. You can't ignore that. Wow. Somebody thought they would be very happy to see you suffer. But you're aware of something. You're aware of some sort of setup. And I feel like you just knowing that simple truth is more than they can bear. Not to mention somebody's attempts to sabotage, to betray, to backstab, to cause you endings, to lay you to rest, has exhausted someone. This person is no longer able to watch and or spy, no longer able to gather information. Whatever actions they were, hold on, I'll turn like that, thank you. This could have landed somebody in jail. Now somebody's afraid to die. I don't know what that's about. Because if they were wishing death upon you, then baby, they wanted you to end, to leave this world to the 4 swords, and they wanted you to do it sickly and all that weird stuff. And you know, you're going to see this person experience a tower, and it will be karma, and it will be physical. It will be absolutely physical. This person, in their heart of hearts, is the 5 of swords. And so by any means necessary, I'm going to take you down. John Tucker must, was that his name? That stupid movie. Something Tucker must die. Anyway. And this was a whole ass soulmate. For some of you, this is same sex. 2 of Cups. Got the King of Pentacles, King of Wands, Knight of Wands. This could have been somebody little butt buddy. They little, friends with benefits. Somebody sick. Somebody wanted to come in, give you something, pass on something. This person was trying to sacrifice you via illness. But let me tell you, thank your angels, because they alchemized some shit. I don't know. Somebody was exposed to something, but your angels, like, you were saved. Yes, you were absolutely saved. This person was hiding a ginormous secret. They're ill. I'm just so grateful God protected you. Look, people just, how are you going to be like DL, right? Because that's what this is giving. But at the same time, you want to mess with females to corrupt them, to leave them with karmic children, demonic spawn. That's what this is. That's not what all of them are. Like, it is what it is. But that's what I'm getting. 5 of Pentacles, Devil, with the Empress, who's usually pregnant. Yeah, trying to corrupt the bloodline. 10 of Pentacles, there's your lineage right there, by passing on this fucking nasty ass spirit. Somebody in trouble. I'm just grateful whoever you are, you heeded this warning. Because somebody was definitely like consistently trying to put you in compromising positions. You see the 10 swords here. You got 8, 9, 10. That's twice. That's 2 rounds of 10 swords. I want to see how this person or these people have been restricted from gathering any more information on you. Oh, it's not even that they were gathering information. Somebody was just talking shit, lying. Clout hungry is just another form of lying. Says anything, does anything, makes shit up dramatic. Told you somebody was trying to do the most in your life. And I feel like somebody called their ass out on it. Ego. See? Won't you leave such and such alone? You just mad. You upset. Da 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 da. Prideful. Told somebody they ain't shit. You could have told them that, and whoever this person is that called them out, thinking nobody was really seeing what they was up to. Something about this emperor. Look, spiritual hater. Scarcity tactics in their heads. See what I mean? Overthinking, stressed, overanalyzing. Somebody might be feeling, ooh, it's idle. This person's putting on a really, they're putting on a mask. Like everything's fine, everything's fine. It's not fine. It's not. Somebody is in there, whatever they wanted for you, this damsel in distress bullshit, whatever they were trying to manifest for you, that is exactly what they're going through. This is somebody who's in their bathroom crying in their shower. Look, there's the bad karma, and you can't escape from this shit. Karma got something to prove with that ass, and this is how we know, because judgment is here. This isn't justice. This is judgment. Someone has called judgment on the situation. They have said, listen, whatever they wanted for me, just you know, light work it. Make that's their situation. That's their reflection. That's how sick it go. Daydreaming and fantasizing about taking you down, about betraying you. And that's the happiest thing to them. Like that would just bring them so much joy, so much fulfillment. I just would be, This is very much given, like, I don't want to say it's an Aries, but it's giving Aries. It's the Emperor, and they keep coming out. There is no other interpretation for the Emperor. That is Aries, absolute. And somebody really thought they was going to be able to hustle you. And this is not about tangible objects, right? This is emotional currency. This is mental currency. This is energetic currency. To drain you of your life force. Boom. You dodged a major bullet. And this is somebody you must have rejected. And so they wanted to take everything from you because you don't want them. Like I said, let whatever they wanted be their own reflection, reflected and haunted. Let them be trapped by their own bullshit. Luckily, you weren't easily deceived. You saw exactly. And again, another reference to the ram, to the lamb, to the Aries. This could have been a father figure, mother figure, don't matter. It's really, I said married. So for some of you could have been married to this person. For others of you, you know, this is somebody who wanted to be an authority, a power player in your life. Hi. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you hitting the like button. It lets them know we're not bots. And if we vibe, please subscribe. Thank you. I am open for personals. Thank you. All information is in the description or in the about section of the channel. Thank you. Right. Somebody straight bugging, tripping on you. Did a lot to try to ruin your reputation, trying to cause drama and chaos in your life. Look, same shit, different day, but at the same time, they chasing you. Somebody crazy with head in the clouds. Like they absolutely are crazy. Hold on, I got one more. I got one question for the internet. Hold on. Oh, that's just one too many. Okay. So this is a cusper, right? Because you see, wait, oh, I love how they show me information. I really do. Yeah, my spirit team ain't nothing to play with. Hold on. See this? Wolf in sheep's clothing. Let me tell you how this is a cusp sign. This is a cusp card between Aries and Pisces. You got the sheep and the wolf. And I asked the internet, I said, what is the, let me calm down. The wolf is the equivalent to what sign in astrology? Pisces. Straight up Pisces. Okay. Okay. Wolf in sheep's clothing, right? Pisces, and go with the flow, and then all of a sudden change direction, push against the current, go from friend to foe in 3.2 seconds. Not all of them, of course. I'm not talking shit, but it's the capacity. It's the duality built into the sign. It's the duality built into all cusp energies. You just don't know which side you're going to get. You're going to see traits of both. Okay? Because all signs can be great and all signs can be fucked up. And so it don't matter. It's how you are. This is a spiritual hater. I don't know if this person has some sort of diagnosed mental health condition. But I'm definitely seeing like psychopathy, narcissism and different traits, and people who think they're cunning and they're so slick and deceptive, and oh, you'll never know if I'm beguiling you. You nuts. It's a complete waste of time. And whoever this is, they trip on you. This person does their absolute best to stress you out. They want to wear you down so bad. But you know this. What fate is coming for this person, Holy Spirit? Oh, they said, shh, we got it. Because they'll rev it up. Okay. Look. They got him now. They got him. This could be the... Please don't sleep with these people. I don't think you would, but please don't sleep with these people, because like spiritual diseases is just as bad as physical ones. All right, Holy Spirit, what other message do you have? This is going to be the last pull. Oh, your angels are overseeing your smooth transition into calmer waters. I really am seeing that for the duration of this season. Now, I know for people who read 13 sign astrology that we are in Osiphus or whatever, however you say it, like the dude with the snake, the U with the squiggles. We're in that phase until the 16th. And so Sag season is technically extended. Excuse me, beyond whatever. So it'll be more enduring. But they are overseeing your smooth, peaceful, kumbaya journey. Oh, shit. Somebody gonna get caught in a lie in the most spectacular way imaginable. Three of Swords Tower. I mean, this is going to be the most climactic to catch a liar ever. Oh my gosh, you're gonna wish you had a body cam on. That's the separate message. That's for somebody. That's for whoever you are. Like, I know that motherfucking lying. That's for you, sweetheart. And you gonna catch him. Okay? Him, her, it, I don't care. You gonna catch him. Okay? Plural. You gonna catch him in the lie, and it's going be like fireworks, music to your ears. It's like, I knew it. You gonna catch him in the lie. Ooh, happy tears for some and not so happy for others. All right. Wow. Why y'all playing that song? In nights like this, I wish that raindrops would fall. Isn't that the 5 heartbeats? Look, I got 5 cups. Yo, they really playing. They really playing. This is somebody who did not want you at the time. Look, 4 cups is right there. Nah, they didn't want what was being offered. God was like, here, this is your person. Take this cup. And they was like, nah, I'm good. They was a rat. This could have even been a friend. You know, our friends could be types of soulmates too, right? This person could have been formed. They could have been born during the year of the rat. Or this person was a friend who was a rat to you and became a throuple, became the third wheel in your bicycle. It's like, I don't ride trikes. I'm grown up. Anyway. Oh yeah. Whoever this person is was a third party in your affairs, whether you knew it or not. Yeah, there was a secret relationship happening. Moon, Hierophant. Somebody didn't realize how much they truly loved you until you walked away, because they didn't think you knew how to be single, let alone independent. And so they were, there was a lot of third party energy, like a lot. This wasn't a one-time thing. But you're their person, right? You were the one that was ordained by the divine. Hiding in plain sight type energy. The divine was like, here you go. This is who you asked for. And they wasn't ready to stop partying and bullshitting. And they squandered y'all connection, your soulmate connection, for a rat, a third party situation, a sneaky link. Somebody who they thought they were hiding from you. They didn't hide shit from you. You were the person the divine sent towards them to create with. I don't know if you can tell, but that is the alchemical symbol behind the chalice there. It's you. It's you. You're the force multiplier. This person ain't had a happy day, a manifestation come through since you exited stage left. And you got on. You don't do competition. You're not fighting for no person, man or a woman. It don't matter. You said, I look good. I feel good. I can accomplish whatever I want. 9 of Pentacles up top. Queen of Wands right there. 6 of Swords. Like, you leapfrog the situation. Like, there's no competition in your marriage, in your relationship, in your whatever this is, the formal agreement you have between you and your person. You're not going to compete. 5 of Wands. You expect people to be jealous of what it is that y'all are building, but to have the person that you're building with, bring somebody in. You wasn't hearing that. You wasn't having that. Anyway, they are in deep regret. And whoever this person is, they single. They are really, really, really single. They buy themselves probably down for the first time ever in their life. I just, all right. So, just to give you a little context, right? People born in the year of the rat. I'm going to be. So 2020 was the year of the rat. We're not talking about that because that's bullshit. 2008, I guess for some of you that could apply, but we're not really talking about that bracket. So we got. I deal with grown folks, so I'm gonna leave it. Well, the year of the rat: 1948, 1960, 1972, 1984, 1996, 2008, 2020, and the next one is 2032. All right, because it's 12-year cycles in between, right? That's how it runs. And so I'm thinking for some of you, 96 at the earliest. For those folks where this applies to you, 84 or 72. I mean, you could be dealing with a rat born in the 60s. Don't have to be. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I got a rat in mind. Actually, I got two rats in mind right now. Right now. One's family, one's foe. Well, technically both foe, but you know what I mean. Drank from the forbidden. Y'all was just a little too happy. I wonder which one of these people is actually in regret. Because there's been a lot that's been going on for a minute. And I do feel like it's kind of heavy for somebody. Hmm. Oh, I'm that petty. I want to know. Show me the sign of the rat. So traditional tarot, the Knight of Cups would be Pisces. In this deck, it is the cusp between Libra and Scorpio. Yeah. This person legit felt entitled for whatever reason to do this, but they purposely pursued this person just for a sexual relationship. Like literally came at them on that tip. This person, this Libra, I don't know, they definitely, because now it's confirmed cusp energy, and then the two of swords comes out. That's Libra. This is someone who avoided you after the fact. They couldn't look you in your eyes because they know you would have seen. Herman energy comes out. This is someone you knew was always jealous and in competition with you. But this is also somebody who likes a lot of attention, like they need a lot of attention. That's the person you were dealing with. And then this low vibrational rat. Because there's three cups here. There's you, there's and two outside people. One of them is in regret for what they did. The other one is like a secret they'll take to their grave. But the one that's in regret for losing you, this is not a secret they can hold on to. If they want any opportunity of a new beginning with you, they have to light in their soul. You dirty rat. Yeah, you know exactly who this person is. You had your suspicions anyway that there was something else going on. But they were determined. Like, somebody really want to see you hurt. They want to see your life crumble. It's because they're jealous. I feel like every day it's like a blaring reminder of what it is they lost. Okay. All right. Well, what else? Because this is stupid. It's so stupid to me. I don't see any wands. You know what I mean? Like, do something about it. The only swords out here is the 3. It's like, okay, you're hurt. You lied to somebody. You did some shit intentionally. You wanted somebody to feel it. Okay, now what? You need to go confess your soul to a priest or something. Look. Romantic love affair, sex fix, and crying over you. I told you, somebody's in regret. They're in remorse because they cheated on you. They gambled you. They regret hooking up with whoever this person is. Like, straight up. Fucking floozies. Look. For somebody who wants to be you. They cheated on you with somebody who wants to be you. So this makes me feel like it was one of your shitty ass friends, a rat in your camp, who decided to go after your person, 2 insecure people, because you're here. 9 of Pentacles. That's why. You're in these people's lives, yet they don't appreciate that you're in their lives. That's weird to me. You're a little too bold, a little too confident, a little too self-sufficient. Also, because they feel inadequate, they want to hurt you. People are weird. People are really, really weird. Look, you don't associate with these people no more. You don't do groupies. And that's really what they were. Like, I feel like you were a little, you were slumming it. You were slumming it. Right. Right. Bad reputation. Once somebody burn you, that's it. And I mean that metaphorically. Like, you don't deal with that. You don't need people to blow smoke up your ass at the same time trying to talk shit. No. Didn't I tell you they wanted to be you, impersonator? Cheat on you with somebody who want to be you, and then somebody that you're with or was with, they're just feel inadequate. But you're their person. You're the one God ordained for them to be with, to, so y'all could come up together, elevate together, so you could be the force multiplier, as you see here. This masculine was supposed to uplift you, protect you, appreciate. Ugh. Yeah. Travel. I don't know if these people traveled together. You left town. This could have happened when you were traveling. This little third party bullshit. Thief. Yeah. When you went on some sort of trip, you went somewhere and somebody orchestrated something where they thought they was going to be able to take, bitch, I take your man. That's what she was on. And here's the thing. Whoever this person is, this I'm going to call the rat, fucking rat. You didn't even associate with them leading up to whatever this was. I feel like whoever this person is already had a bad reputation with you. You could have even expressed that shit to the person you were with. I know for a fact, I have definitely told at least the men I was married to at one point in time. I'm like, yeah, that could be my friend type energy. Like, if you know somebody from like childhood, you really do know that person. And I feel like it's due diligence to let the person that you plan on spending the rest of your life with in on game. Right? That's like, okay, like, nah, like she got a good heart, but she kind of a whore. Like, she be looking for love in all the wrong places type shit. Now, maybe that's right or wrong. I don't know. At the same time, this makes me feel like this person was already armed with the type of energy, what type of person they were. And, you know, because look, your shine, irritate, they exactly, look, giving money, dust it off, Queen Rising. Haunted, marrying for money. You left this person, you left everybody behind. They can't be trusted, but definitely, I feel like they knew. And they wanted to hurt you, and they wanted to, like, they wanted it to really stick because you're in the Nine of Pentacles, and they don't like you in the Nine of Pentacles because they feel inadequate. So they thought if they did this, they teamed up together, had their little rendezvous, they would be able to knock you off your high horse. Play it, play it. And you were like, word, unbothered. You do know I'm the only reason why they look good. Act, you know what I mean? Look, fake flexing. So the two people who got together to try to hurt you were two, you know, imitations. Didn't have it, never will, trying to flaunt what they ain't got. You ever see people, you ever see women who try to switch their hips so they ain't got no hips? It's like that. You gonna break something trying to work what you ain't got. Look, all because they lonely, and you know, and then like you make them feel so mad because they pay too close attention to you because life works out for you, and you set a great example. Yeah, these people talked online. That's how it got going. I used to know a bitch who would reach out to people. Like, this is why I got off of social media like that, because you think you know people, you don't. You really, really don't. Like, people be pathetic and desperate. Like, it's weird. It's weird. If I ain't met your husband in real life, why is he reaching out to me on the internet? If we haven't even done a FaceTime, the three of us, and you introducing me, we don't have no business being friends online. Shit like that. Like, people's choices is weird. Like, we didn't know each other in real life. It's just weird. It's weirdo behavior. But all because you make them feel small. So they wanted to play you. They didn't want you to have anything because you made them feel inadequate. This is a baby. Like, this person, look, happiness hater. Like, blocked, karmic friends, bad habits. And I know there's a particular person I keep seeing in my mind's eye. So I always try to keep it 100 with y'all. This does resonate a little bit with me, this last part. And I know exactly the little bitch they talking about. And it is what it is. And may you have the fucking life you deserve. How about that? May you have the life you deserve. Straight up. Nose started itching. Wow. It's definitely that. Wow, y'all getting foul. Don't do that. I know exactly. Oh, wow. I hope that shit eats you up. I do. I really fucking do. I hope it eats you up. I hope you can't sleep about it. Think about it. Breathe about it. The whole Eminem song. I hope that shit tear you up to your dying motherfucking day. I really do. Because you deserve it. You absolutely deserve it. To be such a weak bitch. To be such an insecure bitch. It's weird to me. Because you're weird to me. May you have the life you tried to conjure. Like straight up. I want you to be happy, but I want you happy in your choices. Yes. Make that make sense. Yes. I think I gotta give y'all one more because that shit was a little weird. I'm like, yo. Oh yeah. Oh, it's around his birthday too. The current husband. Oh, it ain't going too well. Hierophant, Ten of Swords, so it's in trouble. Of course it's in trouble. Of course it's in trouble. I mean, listen, you can lie to some people, but you ain't never gonna be able to lie to people like me. The modern lifestyles. Now somebody's scared, they worried, they stressed out because they don't know if they old boot they done bought them home something. Because you know, free love. Free love, no gloves, and that's what they was doing. That's nasty. I can't even believe you wasn't taking precautions from the shit I'm seeing right now. Let me put them down. I pray to God that if you are in one of them situationships and your person is bi-curious, please take precautions, people. This is not me judging you. This is me just human to human. Our scientists have done some amazing shit to help you stay safe as you find yourself, as you explore and do those things. Not my business. That's your life. But please take the precautions that are available to you. And definitely don't be making love without a glove. Like, you got to be cray. You can't even turn your back on your partner, on your official, on your, we stood between the courthouse God and our friends. Look, as I say the courthouse. Look, now somebody regretting it. Look. Because it be all good on one side. I feel like this is both sides. Oh, yeah. No, I'm seeing sickness. I really am. I'm definitely seeing sickness. From, they alternate boo thing. Yeah, they lying. Yeah, and it's definitely more than the one they told you about. Look, Four of Swords. Somebody's recovering from something. Tower. Major health. It, like, see? Y'all play too much. Somebody did not heed not one warning. Out there being reckless. Fool, just go. Fool. Look at all that sword fighting. 3 cups. Oh, no. Oh, that shit making me nauseous. That's a lot of mixing it up, people. That's a lot of risky behavior. Ugh. So this is something somebody gonna be dealing with for the rest of their life, is what I'm seeing. But it's karma. It is. It's absolutely karma. You were being tested. Some of you passed this test. You had to do the shadow showdown. You and your ego had to face off. But anyway, I want to clear that energy because this is not giving the same vibes, although I can pull similar messages. So, yep. You are now sitting on top of the wheel. You'll start to see things get up off the ground. You'll start to see progress. Yeah. Things are going to start to pan out the way you want them to. Absolutely. I'm also seeing there's a lot of notoriety and recognition coming in also. Absolutely. This is right on time too. For some of you, this is that moment in your life that we'll just say a maternal figure was very worried about. They never wanted you to see yourself this clearly. They wanted you bogged down, unawakened, in the dark. Someone didn't want you to understand your fate, your fortune, any of that too. Mm. This is going to be the best chapter of somebody's life. Like, absolutely the best chapter. Because what I'm seeing is personal happiness and fulfillment. I'm also seeing um, great relationships with like friendship circles, community, also love relationships. This is joy in every sense that one can experience joy. This is healing and recovery in every which way one can experience. It's like all of these things are coming together at the right moment. What they say, what God ordains, let no man put asunder. And yes, I know that is from like the wedding vows, the marital vows, but that is like you and the divine, the vows between you and our heavenly parents. And so, right, what God ordained, let no man nor woman put asunder. And so, you've reached exactly where you needed to be. Somebody really was trying to like delay this as long as possible because, like, you're about to receive so much attention, so much recognition. The word fame is jumping out. Look, that's crazy. Death, Five of Pentacles, and the Devil. Somebody really wanted you to make all the wrong choices. Like, really? They wanted you, like, questioning your direction, your purpose, your path at every turn. They wanted it to be so hard. They wanted you to be so tired, so bogged down, exhausted that you wouldn't get to the 10 cups. Every turn they tried to block you, to stop you, to cause you pain and heartbreak, to get you to reject your calling. And all like you just kept calling on your angels, calling on, thank God you did. This to me also was a test of Saturn. Even though there are people who are utilized in the, you know, like the test assessors and the administrators, the devil is nothing more than like the test administrator with the strength and the wheel of fortune right here. It's not a scary thing. It's not something to be feared. The only thing that is worthy of being feared is your creator. Trust and believe that. A healthy fear of the divine is good for you. It's very good for you. So there are tools that the test administrator has available, aka open portals and doors in human form. Waymaker. Oh, the test of Saturn. Because the devil showed up, right? The wheel of fortune is always indicative of like lessons, tests, karma, and all of that, shifting perspective, things like that. Again, that sort of aha moment of you being the center, you being the sun, you being in the Christos energy, and then going back to the other mythological reference of the 12 labors of going deep, diving deep into the lower world, the lower self. You're a leader, and your leadership has been ordained by the divine, and you have been proven. And for some, this could just be somebody who in your family who didn't. This is somebody who wants to be a matriarch in name only, not in action. They want the blessings, the gifts, the talents bestowed, right? This is given like supreme energy, like in a witch coven, not even playing. And so many of these abilities are passed down generationally, like DNA traits. This is somebody who's like the eldest, but doesn't want to be the leader. But they want all the respect of being the elder, but not the leader. That's fine. This is like their greatest fear come to life. Whoever this person is, this matriarch, yeah, because you have reached a place of enlightenment. They look, oh, look. You're about to step into a different tier in your 10th house, is what this is giving me. So there's recognition. So for those of you who forget, right, 10th house, career, reputation, and professional achievement, moral condition, direction, life goals, prestige, and position. Right. So this is making me feel like you're not the eldest, but you are going to be your matriarch or patriarch of your line. It was preordained by your ancestors. Period. You were selected, not them. You're about to be celebrated. They're there. Like I really feel like you are a spiritual judge now. I don't know if you will become a physical judge, if that's even on in your wheelhouse or your radar, but the level that you have achieved, like you have gained advancements in your spiritual reputation, which will reflect here on earth. You're about to be recognized in your profession for being a leader, for being able to persevere through adversity and challenges and obstacles. Your life goals may take a different direction, but you had to reach this pinnacle before that could happen. Now the wheel is going to turn in a different direction, but it's all prosperity ahead. All right, guys, I hope these messages have helped you. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. Yes, this ran a little long. At the same time, I've been absent, so thank you for bearing with me. Please get outside and enjoy. Bundle up if you're someplace cold, but life is good. Ooh, somebody has going to jail for threatening you and intimidating you and trying to cause chaos in your life. They refuse to let it go. So I feel like the law is moving in. Somebody ran out of karma coins. Have a great day. Bye.